A list of things that are dead. The rivalry, the Avs' chances at the playoffs, my faith in the Avs' power play, but also Matt Duchene's pointless streak. And surprisingly, not on the list, the Avs in the third period. Avs win over the Detroit Red Wings 3-1. The first chunk of the first period was pretty standard for the Avalanche. They got completely dominated in possession, and it didn't take them long to give up the lead. Puck is going to come up the boards to Abdelkader. Anthony Ciu is going to cut to the middle of the ice. All this time, Tootin is over here in the corner, dreaming about his trip to the Bahamas and laying on the beach. Great pass by Abdelkader to hit Anthony Ciu, and Tootin not fast enough to sleep like that. Just gets completely burned. Then a great move dunks on Pickard. The word accountability has been thrown around by the Avalanche a lot, and this is a great time for Bednar to show his players that they have to be accountable. Tootin has had a string of about 4 games now where he's just been asleep at the wheel, and now the Avs have 8 defensemen on the roster. It's time to bench him. The rest of the first was a bit of a mixed bag for the Avalanche. They did get some good chances on the rush, but they weren't able to finish and just shot them into Howard's pads when they did get good chances. And then in the half-court offense, they were terrible as usual. Their shot selection was really low quality, and they settled for some pretty weak shots, often hitting the defenseman or missing the net entirely. So, to the surprise of no one, the Avs go into the second period down by 1. Detroit did take a penalty very late in the first, so the Avs do roll that over into the second period, and they actually get some pretty good chances on it, but their inability to finish comes back to haunt them yet again, and they can't manage to put it in the back of the net. As the period goes on, it's more of the same from the Avs. They're getting outpossessed and outshot. Detroit takes another penalty about halfway through the period, and it's back to the power pass standard for the Avs. They made about 17 passes more than they had to, and even when they did finally get the perfect play set up, they would just miss the net anyway. Extremely frustrating. Then, about 40 seconds after the power play, the clouds parted and the hockey gods shone their light down on Matt Duchene as if to say, "Let there be goals." Some pretty simple stuff, really. Bork's going to rim it around the boards up to the point where Tootin is waiting. Tootin's just going to shoot a shot kind of, sort of at the net. Not even really a great shot. But Duchene is in front, waiting for the tip. He ends up tipping it wide, but he follows the tip in towards the net. Landeskog in front, creating havoc. Rebound comes out. Duchene crashing the net. Landeskog still acting as a screen while battling. Duchene knows how to put the puck in the top half of the net without missing the whole thing. Bang. First goal in 12 games. Look at this face. That goal was better than sex for him. Let that be a lesson to you. No one keeps Matt Duchene from scoring for 12 straight games. No one. It's amazing how one goal by one player can change the whole face of the team. Looks like the Avs all of a sudden remembered how to score, and the rest of the game they seem to just take over against Detroit. No other goals were scored through the rest of the second, but once again, Detroit takes a penalty late in the period, and the Avs roll it over into the third. To start the third, the Avs had some great looks on that power play. Here's what Barberio had to look at, and he ended up hitting the post. Puck on Barberio's stick, that's a whole lot of net to shoot at right there. Haynes said Howard got across and made a diving stick save on Barberio on that one, but you can clearly hear the post on it, and I'm pretty sure Barberio just shot it right into the post. Either way, 59th post of the season on that one, and the count continues to climb. So, the Avs power play woes continue, but 5 minutes into the third period, a new face does something we don't see from the Avs very much this year. Play starts with Bosch making a nice outlet pass up to Comfer near the offensive blue line. Once you get there, you can see exactly how important it is to take the offensive blue line with multiple players at speed. You have Colborn and Grigorenko both pushing the defense back significantly, giving a ton of space for Comfer to skate in with the puck. Comfer quickly recognizes this, skates into the space all the way to the top of the circles, and then just snipes. He had been so close multiple times, you knew it was coming soon for him. Now he officially has his first NHL goal, and hopefully many more to come for Comfer. I'm salivating pretty heavily over the idea of Greer, Comfer, and Grigorenko on the third line next year. So the Avs go up 2-1 in the third, and less than 2 minutes later, another player breaks out. This play actually has a decent amount of similarities with the Comfer goal. It starts out with a defenseman, this time Barberio, making a nice outlet pass. Outlet pass comes up to Mitchell. Mitchell enters the zone with Como, and the two of them use their speed to push the defense back. Como pulls up right here, and Soderberg is skating into the open ice created by all four of the Detroit players too deep in the zone. Como finds him. Soderberg gets to the top of the slot. Same as Comfer, just snipes it. Just the 13th point of the season for Soderberg. Those two goals really showed how important shot selection and getting open is. When you move your feet, get yourself into a quality position and get the puck, let her rip. You're going to score some goals. And for the rest of the third period, the Avs flipped a script on Detroit. They win the possession battles. They outshoot Detroit 12-8 even though they have the lead. And it looked like the team that was just hungrier for the win. As a team that has struggled to show chemistry all year, a lot of the Avs lines were really clicking tonight. It was good to see. Other news and notes, Anton Lindholm did play his first NHL game in this one. He was fairly quiet, but when he was called upon, I think he did a really good job. He played well in front of his own net, making it hard for other players to be there. And anytime the puck came to him, he got it up and out of the zone quickly, and usually on the stick of another Avalanche player. Well, even if I think that rivalry's dead, Mike Haynes sure doesn't. Man, he really, really hates the Red Wings. That is the end of this game review. Thank you for watching, and thank you to those of you who responded to the thread about improving our graphics the other day. We are continuing to work on them and hope to improve them as we go here. Thought of the game on this one, all 3 goals for the Avs were scored by natural centers, though Soderberg was kind of playing the wing on that line. Do the Avs need to move someone to the wing permanently?